So today I have with me the owner of Sushi Fuku, Ting. And Ting, thank you so much for joining me today. We just want to spend a few minutes talking about how you and your team have managed through this crisis. So could you tell, for those people that are watching, give us an overview of what your business is and what you do?
So Sushi Fuku is a fast casual assembly line concept. We offer build your own sushi, poke bowl, and burritos. We have two locations now.
Okay, okay. And how long have you been in business?
We've been in business 8 years.
Okay, so 8 years. So you've been around. You've seen quite a bit. So prior to this whole COVID thing, how was business just generally? Were things going good? Were things slow? What was happening prior?
Business was going great. We're looking into expansion to a third location.
Okay, and then the whole COVID thing hits, and you being a restaurant, as most of us have heard, restaurants were hit with a massive challenge. Tell us a little bit about what that was like for you and how you responded.
So the first 2 weeks was very devastated. Sales dropped 90%. We quickly adapt to signing up all the third-party delivery platforms. And since then, after a month of signing up delivery platforms, our sales have been back to about 70 to 80% of what it used to be, and continue to improve.
Yeah, that sounds a lot different than some of the other numbers I've been hearing about the restaurant industry. It sounds like you've, although you're not back to where you were, it sounds like you're at least maintaining. Is that fair?
Yes.
Okay. So tell me about the reaction of your people, your staff, when all of this rolled out. Was it everybody was all hands on deck, or did you have some people a little bit fearful about coming to work?
It's all over the place. We're able to keep most of our all our full-time employees, and then most of our part-time employee Pittsburgh. For the students that they actually have to go home, we were not able to keep them for now. And the reaction was, there was some grateful they still have a job, and some are very cautious. They only want to work 2 out of 5 days. To protect themselves. So, but we took precautions. We blocked off the entrance, so no one is able to come into our restaurants. All the delivery drivers will online order. The customer will open the door and then grab the food ready packed to go. So I feel that makes our staff feel a little bit safer. When everybody's wearing masks right now in all our staff.
Yeah, and I've been in your restaurant since this has happened, and yeah, your system is great for keeping people safe. Tell me about the planning that you're doing now. Are you anticipating things being different when you reopen? What are some of the steps that you're taking now?
So we have 2 approaches now that I'm working on with my manager. The first approach is when things reopen, dining rooms will open. We already map out the floor markings, to remind customers to stay 6 feet apart, and we have the plans in place to take out a few tables. So the customers, if they decide to sit in the dining room, they will not sit close to each other. That's one of our plans. And the second plan is no more dining room. Just we still have customers to come in and order through the assembly line, but they could not sit down. They would take it all to go.
Okay. So another alternative. Good. So when this finally does break, whatever that does look like, I don't know, if you could pull out your crystal ball, what are you thinking business is going to look like? Are we going to return to the same levels? Is it going to be better? What are you anticipating with your team?
I think for us, we might go back to normal because from beginning our takeout business, it's about 50%.
Okay.
We don't have a lot of dining because our dining rooms are small, so our dining bench is about 50, half and half. And I think our customers are more used to walk into our store and order takeout, and then they can eat it somewhere else. With the delivery strategy that we're seeing now, you know, we might be doing okay when everything's go back to normal.
That's good to hear. And you know, what words of advice can you give business owners right now that are going through this? What are some things that you've learned, or some, you know, whether it be mistakes you've made or things that have worked for you? What kind of advice would you give some business owners right now?
I would say, especially for the restaurants, a lot of restaurants like myself, we hesitate to try the delivery platform because it was out of our control, and the fees they charge was higher. So this, you know, to try out right now, and if we don't like it, you know, when everything go back to normal, we can cancel it. So I think, you know, first thing is to try the things that you were hesitating to do before. And then the second advice that I will give business other business owners, to kind of, you know, we were all scared the first week. We're all lost. To kind of have to get your team together and then come up with strategy. You know, a lot of good ideas actually come up from that. We were able to change our strategy so quick that's why it enables us to grow our sales, you know, back to close to what we used to be before. And a lot of restaurant owners, their sales is still half of what it used to be. I think it's because they're afraid to try new things. You know, that was where I was before, afraid to try delivery services. But now, after a month of doing that, you know, there's actually it's kind of rewarding experience. You know, things that we can learn and implement it into our future stores.
Yeah, and I know I've known you for a while, and I know you have a pretty bright future ahead of you. And I really want to thank you for taking a few minutes to share some ideas. And I would just encourage anybody that's interested in learning some new ideas or just needs to get through this, don't hesitate to reach out to Ting. He has a ton of experience. It will be worth your time. Ting, thank you so much for the call, and best of luck to you.
Thank you, Ken.